This is Jag with the Music Video Training Center, and you're watching the Learn How to Edit a Music Video 2, Editing in Final Cut Pro. Let's get down to business. First thing you want to do is import your files. So go to File, Import, and then import all your video files and your music track wherever you have them saved at. So what I want to do is take this video clip right here out of my project bin. That question right there is going to ask you, do you want to save the clip settings? Hit yes. Now I'm going to drag my audio track on the timeline, which I'm working on my timeline here. Play.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
All right, good to go. Now you can either hit play on your timeline monitor or you can hit spacebar on your keyboard. Now I'm using my razor tool. What I'm doing right here is marking where the first word comes in. This is going to help me sync the video up to the actual track. Now to help organize your project bin, what you should do is name your clips. And what I've done is named all my clips so they're easier to find. On your keyboard, hit your left or right arrow key, which will move your timeline marker a frame to the left or a frame to the right, depending on which way you go. What you want to do is you want to listen out for the first letter in the word, which is why I marked it here with my razor tool. That's where you're going to put the beginning of your video so you can sync it up with the audio or the audio track. If it's a little bit confusing, just watch what I do. There we go. Let's use our markers down here to set our in and out points. Drop this video clip on the timeline right here, right where we put our razor mark at. Now, what I'm doing here is unlinking the video and the audio. Click on the clip. On your keyboard, hit Command and L. Click off of it, click the audio, and hit delete on your keyboard. Because you're not going to need the audio from the video. You just use that to help you sync it up on the timeline. There we go. Now let's stretch our clip out all the way. Let's test it out.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring out, there goes your soul.
Good to go. Stretch the clip out right here, all the way to the end of the audio track, since I know it's synced up. I'm going to do this for another performance scene.
Living in a world that's so cold.
I'm going to put it right here on my timeline and go ahead and unlink the video and the audio from each other. Let's test it out.
Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another life has been.
Good to go. Let's stretch it out. We know that's going to sync up all the way through. Save project. Very important because your computer can crash at any time. I know that you've probably heard the rumor that Macs don't crash. They crash. So save your project, save your work as many times as possible, but save. Don't forget that. You don't want to get all the way to the end of the video, forget to save it, and your computer crashes. You've wasted all that time and you got to start all over. So again, it's important to make sure you always save your work. Let's look for some more footage. Go ahead and save our work. Set our in and out points. Place your video clip right here on your timeline. Unlink the video and the audio.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
All right, let's fill in this blank space right here. What I want to do, I don't want it to show solid like that. I want to add some opacity. So go to motion, what you see here, and set the opacity down. You can set it to whatever you want. I'm just going to set it to this level just to pretty much show you how to do an overlay or superimposing. Let's add an effect to the video clip we just put here. I'm just going to pick something random. All you have to do is drag your effect onto your video clip on the timeline and you're good to go. These are random, of course. You don't have to use these. Look at all the effects that you have and just pick out, play around first with, the different effects that are in this program, and then pick out the ones that you like. I'm going to add this effect here, and what I want to do is change the settings with the filter. So you can go to effects and you can adjust all the settings for the effects right here. What you're going to do now is copy and paste this clip. You can do that by pressing Command and C on your keyboard. Move this clip up to the next video track. Move your timeline marker at the beginning of the timeline. Hit Command and V, which is paste. The reason why we're going to do this is we're going to mess with the opacity and the motion, kind of add some effects to it, make it look kind of weird. All right, change the opacity here. Now I want to scale that video clip up so it's transparent and it's bigger than what the clip is under it. Now here's a problem. Right now you have effects on your video clips and it's going to say unrendered, like what you see here. It's unrendered, so what we're going to have to do is render it. Let's save our work first. You're going to go to Sequence, Render All, and hit both. This box will pop up letting you know how long it's going to take to render your effects. Once it renders, you'll be able to play it, like what you see here.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
We're living in a world.
I like it. What I'm doing here is taking my razor tool and making cuts where I'm going to change the clips up to the beat. From the beginning of the timeline to where you made your cut for the first word, just go ahead and make random cuts with your razor tool, like what you see here. To make your timeline bigger or smaller, hit Command and the minus or plus sign on your keyboard. Hitting Command and the plus sign is going to make the timeline bigger, and hitting Command and the minus sign is going to make your timeline smaller. Go through and cut out some of the clips where you made your razor tool and play it, and this is what it should look like.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring.
What I'm doing here is making cuts for my performance scenes. I've got a performance scene on video track 1 and video track 2. What I'm doing here is taking out my razor tool and cutting out pieces where the performance scene is going to change up. Now let's go ahead and look for some B-roll shots. Okay, I like that, and set our in and out points and lay it here. What you're going to do is go through the timeline and put B-roll scenes just wherever you think.
Shots ring out. We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring out, there goes your shot. Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another.
Go ahead and bring another performance scene in here. What I'm doing is setting keyframes for keyframe animation. Select the clip where you want to add animation to it, hit enter, and what you're going to do is go to motion. Click these little green dots here, those are your keyframes. Use your arrow keys on your keyboard to move frame by frame. And if you want, you can adjust the scale, or wherever you put your green marks at is where your keyframes are going to be active. So if you had one next to scale, you can go in and move it over to the left and the right and make it bigger. Move our center here. And what's going to happen is the shot is going to zoom in real slow. We made it animated. That's what keyframe animation did. Let's move it frame by frame and you'll be able to see it. Make another cut here. Let's move our center. You can pretty much make your video do whatever you want once you know how to do keyframe animation. All right, let's render it.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another life passed before it had to go. But will it ever change? Oh no. Cause that's how it be living in these times. Kill a human being, no remorse for the crime. It don't make sense and it won't in time. If there was a limit, we'd cross that line.
Good. I like the way that cuts up.
Killer.
All right, I'm superimposing some more footage. Feel free to go through your timeline and do this wherever you see fit. The way that you add your transitions is the same way that you add your effects to videos, like what you see here. All right, add some more performance scenes in here.
Kill a human being, no remorse for the crime. It don't make
Remember to save. Okay, now that you've gone through your timeline, you've put your B-roll footage down, you've added all your performance scenes, you've got everything laid out. What I want to do is export everything on my timeline into one clip. So go to File, go to Export, and what I like to use is Apple ProRes 422 HQ. Click this setting right here. Select where you want to save it at, name the file, and hit save. All right, once it exports, you're gonna go to File, New Sequence. You can name the sequence if you want, I'm not. Go to File and import the file you just exported and lay it down on the timeline. It's gonna ask you that question again. Just hit yes, and you have one whole clip. It's the whole video compressed down into one clip. And if you want, you can go through and play it, but what we're gonna do, we're going to add some text to it, and what I always like to do is plug the company name, which is ours, the artist, and the name of the song. So in effects, go down to text, and you have different options here, but I'm going to do outline text. Hit enter on the clip. Once it's selected, go to controls and type in what you want in the text settings box. Select your font, and there's other options in here that'll allow you to be creative as you want. And you notice that some of our words are cut off, so what we're going to have to do is select the clip, hit enter, go to motion, and let's scale it down. And you notice that we're still missing a few letters, so go back on the clip, hit enter, go to controls, and then scale that down a bit. All right, there we go. That's how you add font. Now use superimposing to be more creative with it. What I'm going to do is copy and paste a couple of more slates. Remember, copy and paste. To copy, hit Command and C on your keyboard. To paste, hit Command and V on your keyboard. So I've plugged in our company name, the artist name, and the name of the video. Move this down here. And I'm gonna pretty much do this for the rest of my word slates. Alright, and what I want to do is make my word slates flicker in and out like I did with the video when I was making all my razor cuts. So what I did was went through all my text, cut them up randomly, and they're going to flicker in and out. Alright, I'm going to lay some clips down here for superimposing. Lay this down here, drop the opacity on it, so you can see both clips at the same time.
We're living in a world that's so
Looks about good.
so cold.
All right, let's go through and add a few more.
Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another lifeline. So cold. Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another life passed before it had to go. But will it ever change? Oh no, no, no. Cause that's how it be living in these times. Killing you.
The opacity from the last clip to be the same on this clip. So let's paste our attributes. Select the clip that you want to copy the attributes from. Which is this clip right here. Select the clip that you want the attributes to be copied from. All you have to do is select the clip, hit Command and C. Now go to the clip where you want to paste the attributes to. Click on the clip and hit Enter. And on your keyboard, go to Control and then left click the clip. Go to Paste Attributes. This box will pop up. Uncheck Scale Attributes Time, and the other ones that you are going to check is Basic Motion, Crop, Distortion, and Opacity. And if you've added Drop, Shadow, Motion Blur, you want to check those too. Click OK. And there, the opacity is going to be the same as the last clip to keep it consistent. What I've gone through is laid out all my B-roll shots. I'm going to finish up with this one. Add another effect. What I'm going to do now is add some color correction to it. Now remember when I said that it's good to export the video in the one clip? See, if you didn't, you'd have to apply the color correction tool to each individual clip. That would take forever. So instead, we've got one whole clip where we can do the color correction to, and then plus it keeps it consistent. It keeps a consistent look throughout the video, and that's what you want. That's the key to color correction, is giving a nice consistent look throughout the video, while at the same time giving it a look that's your own. Now you don't want to bring this down too low, the mids or the blacks, because what you see on your computer screen isn't what you're going to see on a TV screen. The computer screen is a lot sharper than what a TV screen is going to be. Now from this point, what you want to do is render your video out, export it, and you're good to go. You've completed a video.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another life passed before it had to go. But will it ever change? Oh no, no, no. Cause that's how it be living in these times. Kill a human being, no remorse for the crime. It don't make sense and it won't in time. If there was a limit, we done crossed that line. We done crossed that line. Everybody's a gangster, killer, hustler. Say the wrong words, the right gun might touch ya. Suffer, it's what you gon' do when blood sputter. Holla in your hood, you the realest. Ducker, run for cover. You want your mother? Real life situations call for smart brothers. Others think what they had and get suckered. Tag along with them, you be your painted red brother. Warfare, it's right here, it's out in the streets. Plenty dummies carrying on with their heat. You want beef? There's a couple gats starving to eat. It ain't sweet, I think a couple bloods live on my street. So it be, my mind frames family and me. Yes, I add to statistics if you messing with D. Now look at me, contradicting everything on this beat. But yeah, it paints a vivid picture of this word that we see. We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another life passed before it had to go. But will it ever change? Oh no, no, no. Cause that's how it be living in these times. Kill a human being, no remorse for the crime. It don't make sense and it won't in time. If there was a limit, we done crossed that line. We done crossed that line. Y'all ain't really gotta listen to me. It's in the news, paper, radio, and TV. How could it be that we can still sit back with the ease while this issue is still popping off overseas? People, please, I'm only stating what you believe, but you too scared to say you the popular believe. We all weak unless we stand strong and make change. Talk to a brother instead of busting out his brain. Maintain the local ish has got old, but as I said that, another body turned cold. Like I can save people with the words from my soul. I'm stating that truth because it had to be told. If you don't wanna listen, keep busting at your foes. My name ain't God and this is just another flow. It won't change nothing, just thought I'd let you know. But if they did, they would slave riding hell on snow. We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another life passed before it had to go. But will it ever change? Oh no, no, no. Cause that's how it be living in these times. Kill a human being, no remorse for the crime. It don't make sense and it won't in time. If there was a limit, we done crossed that line. We're living in a world that's so cold. Shots ring out, there goes your soul. Another life passed before it had to go. But will it ever change? Oh no, no, no. Cause that's how it be living in these times. Kill a human being, no remorse for the crime. It don't make sense and it won't in time. If there was a limit, we done crossed that line. We done crossed that line.
The purpose of war is to serve a political end, but the true nature of war is to serve itself.
Here's how to save your video in the best format for uploading to places like YouTube and Vimeo. Once your video is exported, it's going to be exported into a QuickTime file. You want to go up to File, Save for Web, and then it's going to say the name. All three of these are going to be checked. You have your iPhone, you have your computer, that's the one you're going to use to upload. All right, hit OK. You're going to have 6 files in your folder once it's done exporting. This is the one you're going to be using to upload to Vimeo or YouTube. Here's how to export to DVD. Now let's open Compressor again, and when your screen pops up, it's going to give you an option to create DVD. These are going to be your settings you're going to use, so click Choose. Now find your video, which mine is going to be on the desktop, and I drag it into the area right here. The video is selected and the settings are already done. Hit Submit. Once it's done rendering, your DVD will be ready. Let's talk about how to convert your 60 frame per second footage to slow motion. This is very important. The first thing you must do is create a new folder. We'll name this folder Slow Mo for slow motion clips. Go to your folder where you have your original footage that you shot at 60 frames per second. What you want to do is copy your clip into your slow-mo folder that you create on your desktop. Hit Command and V. All right, now, once your file's copied over, open up Cinema Tools. All right, you're gonna go to File, then Batch Conform. Go back to your desktop and find your folder where you named it Slow-Mo, and then select the clip. Now all your information is going to be right here. This is how you know you shot your scenes in 60 frames per second, 1280 by 720. Now what you're going to do is hit open. Now this box is going to come up, and you know that everything is right because this is going to be 23.98 frames per second. Now hit conform. Now the reason why you do a batch conform is because, just say all your slow motion files are going to be in this folder right here. All you need to do is, when you bring that one file into Cinema Tools, every single file that's in this folder that was shot at 60 frames per second is automatically going to be conformed to 23.98 frames per second. So just to double check to see if it worked. And there we have slow motion footage.